the urban women culture for bringing us all together.
1, 2.
On the beautiful shores of Miami South Beach, as the founder of AOI Events and PR and also Women in Media Global, I am honored to welcome you all to this gathering that highlights the intersection of history, culture, and the incredible achievements of women. First things first, know your worth. Everybody say know your worth. Know your worth. Second thing, charge your worth. Charge your worth. All right, and then you're going to add tax. You're going to add shipping, and you're not going to offer any discounts or promo codes, okay? All right? I want to share with you some statistics about business and women in the U.S. Currently, there are more than 40% of businesses in the U.S. owned by women. But according to the IRS, less than 2% of women in business ever reach the $1 million mark in annual revenue. That means 98% of women who own businesses will never make $1 million. And 85% will never even make $100,000, meaning that they will never become six-figure businesses. So women, we're launching businesses, right? We're getting started, and that's amazing, but we're not making a lot of money doing it. Black women earn $1 million less compared to white counterparts who are males doing the same work. So ladies, I'm here to remind you, again, you need to charge your work. And while you are thinking about how much it costs for your service and your product, go on and just add 2, 3 times it, just round it up. Continue to round it up, right? Because we have to stop playing small. We're settling for crumbs compared to others. And this is Women's History Month, so we're here to remind you and encourage you to go off, okay? So I need you to charge more, I need you to level up, I need you to learn the inside and outside of your business, and I need you to study. Figure out what it means to scale a business, figure out what it means to have a sales system in your business, figure out what it means to have a marketing process in your business, hire a team, join effective business groups, join a mastermind, get a sponsor, and get a mentor.
But thank you so much for having me. I'm from the Midwest as well. So many people are like, well, why are you here on South Beach? Well, actually, this was my neighborhood. I lived on South Beach, is how I met. And what was it, 2 years ago, the last panel discussion, I sat on the panel and I walked here from my condo. I was the only black woman who lived in my building. There was not many people that looked like me that lived in my building, and IFB, someone who also lived on the beach, Zelalem as well, who lived on the beach. So there wasn't many people who looked like us. And I think that is very, very important to understand the reason why it's important to bring urban culture to the beach. One of the things that I experienced being a black woman living on the beach was racism, unfortunately. I remember walking down to my front desk, asking them to bring my car, and the valet oftentimes would hand me my keys like this. And it was very upsetting because to them, the black skin was synonymous with spring break. You know, and how fitting considering what we're dealing with now with spring break. And I completely understand I was a resident of South Beach, so I understand a lot of the disruption that happens, but there's so many of us that look like me, look like you, who we're not just spring breakers. That's just only a part of us. When we go other places, we may be the spring breakers, but we're so much more than our skin complexion, and it should not be synonymous with spring break. So many times they would see me, I would come down in my scrubs when I was going to the hospital, or Aya was coming, she was walking down or coming down on the trolley, she'd go to get a picnic basket and some sandwiches, and we'd spend the day on the beach and maybe drink wine here and there, but we were two black women who were on the beach. We lived in this city, and and we also were able to bring some type of income based on the city, but we were treated so differently because of the color of our skin. So I would say as the years went on, me living on the beach, they would see, my family coming to town, we spoiled my aunt for her retirement, them seeing me coming to church here, or maybe even coming to some professional events, and they grew an understanding. Now, I could have really responded with hate when I was addressed, a certain way or handed my keys in such a way. I really could have responded, but I said, you know what, this is a teaching moment. As an attending physician, I teach residents, medical students, nursing students, and I said, you know what, this is a teaching moment, and I also teach young people, right? So I'm going to teach them how to treat me, and I think that it's important that we teach people how to treat us. And so I made it my duty, really, to teach them how to treat a Black woman and to understand that I'm not just my skin color. I am more than just that. I am a sister, I am a daughter, I am a friend, I'm a speaker, I'm a physician. And so I think it's important now more than ever to understand that we are the culture. Aya texted me this morning and said, we're urban women bringing culture to the beach. I said, yes, we are the culture. Yes, we influence the culture. We are the alpha and the omega of the culture. And so and we now know that with the maternal health crisis that it's very important that doctors who don't look like me understand that cultural differences actually affect our health care. So this is not just about the economy for me, this is personal. I've helped to deliver so many babies of color, and also there are times when the mothers just don't make it, but not at my hands. And so I've made it a point to make sure that I go and I coach other people on how to deliver culturally competent care. Last week I was just in DC with the mayor group speaking on how to deliver culturally competent care, because it's very important. And even if someone looks like me, it does not mean that they understand my culture, because there are people who live in South Florida and one word here may mean something different. I'm from the Midwest just like I am, so we connected, and here we are, Midwest women that are really wanting to bring culture to this beach to let people know that we are not just our skin color. We are so much more than that. We are, creators, we're musicians, we are podcasts, we are CEOs, we are health corporate wellness, we are yoga instructors. Let people know we truly are the alpha and the omega of the culture, and it's time for them to recognize that we are here and they need to respect us, and we also need to show them how to treat us. So thank you so much.